Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Maverick Bacon. Welcome back to another junk food review. I don't know what that was. Today we are talking about the brand new and kind of difficult to find so far Nestle Kit Kat Chunky More with raspberries and hazelnuts. So this new Kit Kat Chunky has gone a bit under the radar, to be honest. Nestle have released it at the same time as a brand new Yorkie flavour that has something to do with oats and apples, which I'm still not entirely convinced of, but I haven't tasted it yet, so I'll try and reserve judgment. I'm not very good at doing that. So this brand new Kit Kat Chunky advertises itself as a source of protein and contains 30% less sugar. So in that regard, I don't know why they've called it a Kit Kat Chunky More. I mean, a Kit Kat Chunky Less probably just sounds like a Kit Kat, and a Kit Kat Chunky seems a bit redundant. I don't really know. So as I said, this bar comes flavoured with raspberries and hazelnuts. This is brand new. We've never had a hazelnut or raspberry vibe in a Kit Kat Chunky before. So as always with a Kit Kat Chunky, we will be expecting a big crispy wafer covered in a thick layer of chocolate. Judging by the ingredients, it doesn't look like they've actually added anything to replace that 30% of sugar that it says it has less of. Typically, if a brand does that, they just pump it full of artificial sweeteners instead, which don't taste particularly good. What they've done to add the protein element is they've added whey protein powder. Now that is the same kind of milk-based powder that gym rats drink in protein shakes. So it will be interesting to see if that kind of affects the flavour or the texture of this Kit Kat Chunky, or if that enticing combination of raspberry, chocolate and hazelnut will overcome it. Let's taste it and let's see if it's worth your money. So this was found in my local Sainsbury's. It may be on kind of the end of an aisle or a promotional stand, or it might just be in about all the other kind of individual chocolate bars. Okay, so opening up, nothing looks or smells any different or any more than a standard Kit Kat Chunky. It just looks like some nice brown cuboid shaped milk chocolate with a bit of wafer inside. Anyway, my mouth is watering, so let's get into this Kit Kat Chunky More. I did not expect that. Okay, on first taste, as you saw, I was quite surprised by just how runny that raspberry filling is. I thought it would almost be like a gel, but it's more like a very soft set jam. It's very nice, it's very sweet. The overwhelming flavour is obviously the chocolate, because the chocolate in a Kit Kat Chunky is rather chunky. But I'll just give you a little close up. I can't see many of those hazelnuts, and I can't say that I really tasted them either. What you can see is obviously that generous layer of chocolate, the wafer and the raspberry filling. Let's get another bite and see if we can detect any of those hazelnuts. Okay, honestly, I am a little bit surprised by just how non-existent that hazelnut flavour is. Typically, hazelnut is actually quite a big kind of punchy flavour, and it can often even overpower others, but it's just completely absent from this bar. Like I said, the main taste is chocolate. In that respect, it tastes just like a Kit Kat Chunky. The raspberry filling is very soft. It adds something a bit different, though honestly, I don't know if I'm keen on it being just that runny, because it is very oozy and messy. As far as the 30% less sugar goes, I don't know if it's the kind of sweet tartness of the raspberry that's masking it. I really don't detect that it's missing any sugar, which is probably a good thing, because if you can remove 30% of the sugar in something and it tastes the same, you may as well remove it. As for the kind of protein element, there's no real difference in texture or in flavour from a standard Kit Kat Chunky, which again is probably good. Not everyone wants extra protein in products like this, but again, if you can add it without affecting the taste or the texture, I guess it's not too bad a thing, you know? Though this is definitely missing half of the flavour that it's advertising, and that's a big downside. I'm a big fan of chocolate and hazelnut together, so not being able to taste that is a little bit disappointing for me. But overall, it's a Kit Kat Chunky. Kit Kat Chunkies are rarely bad. We've had a few different kind of novelty flavours of them over the years, between the peanut butter, the cookie dough, the salted caramel fudge. So, you know, this is a welcome addition. Some people might be keen on it. It's definitely not the best Kit Kat or Kit Kat Chunky I've ever tried, and it only does half of what it says on the wrapper. I'm gonna give this Kit Kat Chunky More a 3 out of 5. If you guys have tasted this chocolate bar, do let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested to see what you thought of it. Or if you tried the Yorkie, do let me know. I'll try to get my hands on it if you guys would like to see a review, but it may prove to be quite difficult. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button if you're new, because we're doing junk food reviews as well as recipes and foodie chats and stuff all the time, and it would be lovely to have you here. In the meantime, that's all I have for today, so I will see you for the next one.